everybody. My name's June McEwen and I'm helping out the Generating Opportunities, looking for brighter days ahead. What's not to like? We're going to make rainbows. There's very easy ways of making rainbows. But first of all, the easiest way to make a rainbow is to see one. And the way to see a rainbow is to stand with your back to the sun. If it's been showery, you look ahead and the rainbow is in front of you. And we are going to hope that with the vaccine and everything, all will be well very soon. Now, the first and easiest rainbow, I was thinking that you could maybe cut out lots of rainbows like this, is to have a paper plate. I do lots of things with paper plates, so many things you really don't want to know, but this is another thing. So, I have put out 3 colours. These are the colours of the rainbow: blue, red and yellow. When they mix, you get blue, purple, green, yellow, all sorts of things. So I think I'll put another blue at the other side of this so that we can get green to the other side. Maybe. Things usually work, but not always. So if you put colours touching each other in a row, I'm using old plastic lids because that's what I do. Anything that comes to hand, and quite a wide brush. This is a pastry brush. It's possibly not wide enough for all my colours, but it's pretty decent. Now the fancy thing that you do is you press your brush into the colours, swipe them down. Do you see how they're making stripes? Bring your brush into the same colours, that's the hard bit, and go back up and then back down until you think you've got lots of colour on your brush. I hope you can see that. Now, to make lots of rainbows to cut out and hang up, what we're going to do is we're going to press the brush and follow the line of the plate. So you have your brush, press down and keep it going. Oh. And then go back over it. If your brush is like mine, you might have to do it a couple of times because my brush is a bit dodgy. But hey, it's seen better days. Now you can see the different colours. It's quite a decent rainbow in my opinion. I'm going to put this. All you have to do now is cut it out and you can keep the frayed bits of paint if you like the look of brushwork. I quite like the look of brushwork because I'm a bit of a painter, but obviously it's up to yourself. Now these rainbows can be made into mobiles. Put a hole in the top with a hole punch, bit of string, hang them up, put a sticker on the back, stick them somewhere, do the other side, and you can put them into your window and still have a rainbow on the other side. That's how to do a rainbow using a paper plate and a pastry brush. I'll get rid of all this rubbish. Oops. Now, I have another easy rainbow. It's not the same kind, but just now lots of people are putting stones out for people to find. And so, as you're walking, you come across and you think, there's a very colourful looking stone on the ground, what does it say? And then you pick it up and you see that somebody has painted something on it, and maybe they've said a kind word or two. But I'm just going to show you how to do a real easy rainbow, because obviously we don't want to do anything that we've got to draw really hard. First things first, find your stone. I picked this up this morning, so it needs a bit of a wash. No, it's not too bad actually, but I would wash yours. Give it a wee dry. Look at that. That person has quite a clean garden. It wasn't my garden. By this time, and I know a lot of people use these to paint with, I'm going to take my rainbow colours. I'm going to use the rest of this paint up. I've got blue, red, yellow and blue again. I've got old cotton buds that I'm using up, but if you have to buy some, try and buy wooden ones, because poor seahorses fall in love with cotton buds in the wild, and they only mate for life once, and let's hope they don't mate with a cotton bud. Now, got two ends. We are going to do, this is quite an easy stone, because I sort of specially saw it because it has a rounded edge. But of course you could do this on anything. If you're unsure of how rounded your stone is, you can give yourself a line to follow. Now if you do it in pencil, it's just an arc. If you do it in pencil, you won't see it on the stone very easily once you've put paint on. But you can just see the mark while the stone is wet, and you can follow that with one of your colours. So you go to the outside of your stone and do lots and lots of dots. Just dip the cotton buds and dots. Now I discovered cotton bud painting quite a long time ago, because I used to do a lovely watercolour class, and some ladies at that class didn't like to use brushes because they thought brushes were hard to use, and so they actually did quite a lot of work, flowers and things, just with cotton buds, and I didn't even know about that. So they taught me that. To be honest, I'm not the best cotton bud painter, but not bad. Now, I've been working on this and I'm slowly getting there. I've got blue, red, yellow. I'm going to do blue again because it'll be a nice finish. And of course, if you have a much bigger stone or a piece of slate, anything like that, you can work up your whole rainbow. If you're fancy with dots, then I suppose you could make it like a henna rainbow. I'm sure there's all sorts of things people can do. And you can then, if you want to, get a marker and maybe write peace and love, because I'm a hippie, so I like that kind of thing. You can add a little cloud if you want to. Oh, I don't know if I've said, but I'm actually using acrylic paints. Now, acrylic paints, when they dry, they'll stay quite fine in the outside world for a while without doing anything to them. I think my clouds are a bit dodgy. I hope you can do better. I still haven't mastered the technique of cotton bud painting. It's not too bad though. I've got one more kind of rainbow to do. I'm trying to think what it is, but I brought along today some postcards, and postcards can be very easier to do because they're already set, they're not too big, you can draw whatever you like on them. I'm going to do a rainbow with a flower. Of course you could do these much bigger, but I have brought just a wee template of a sunflower. It's also a bit dodgy. You'll find that I'm quite dodgy at quite a lot of things, but I'm always ready to give it a go. Right. I'm going to take my rainbow pieces again. This time I don't know how much of a curve I'll get on this, but it'd be quite nice to have rainbow colours. And it's worth me saying again that when you turn your brush to get the paint on the other side, be sure that you match the colours up. So if you don't, it can get very mixed up and go a bit brown. So I'm just going to sweep a rainbow over here. And then I'm going to finish it with a bit of drawing. Ha ha ha. So I'm going to draw around this template with my pencil, and then I'm going to paint it in. Your template can be of anything you like. This is, I think it's a sort of sunflower. I made it myself, so it's a sort of June makey-uppy sunflower, and much smaller. I think these nice wee yellow flowers with black middles, I think they're called Lazy Susans, and so I think this might be quite like that. Now I've got all the outline of this template, but no middle. So I'm going to draw roughly where the middle is. Well, this is a classic June McEwen rainbow, slightly painterly. I'm going to add a yellow sunflower to it and a black middle. My paint is still a bit wet. I would recommend you wait until your acrylic paint dries. You can do that by leaving it alone and having a cup of tea, or using a hairdryer on it. It doesn't take long to dry at all, because when it's on paper, it just sinks right into the paper. Now, I'm not mixing my paint with any water. I hardly ever do that if I want it to be nice and colourful. And I'm just going to go and fill in my sunflower with yellow. See, the thing about painting your postcard is that it's lovely and homemade, and you don't have to write a lot. There's no space for lots of things to write. You can just say, with love, or missing you, or from June, which is pretty much what I'm going to say. I've coloured all around and I've left a space to fill in with black. So I'm not going to use black because this is going to be bright and cheerful, and I don't have any black anyway. So I'm going to do blue and red mixed together. Now that's quite a hard question. I've asked this question quite a few times in classes, and some people live a very long time without realising that red and blue together make, oh, purple. Well done. Right. I'm just going to leave it like that. It's lovely. And I better sign it. And I'll just write June. Not the best brush for writing. I hope you get a postcard from somebody and it says, let's look forward to brighter days ahead. Speak to you soon. June.